Okay, in today's video, we're going over the press release, we're going over the blog post, and the screenshots for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth following the Destined For Rebirth trailer. We analyzed it, you can have a look just up here, but for today, we're just going to take in some information and analyze a few screenshots. So with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel, got you covered with timestamps as always, so if there's a certain section you want to skip to, feel free to do so, whatever floats your boat. All I ask is you to support the channel and hit the thumbs up button. So without further ado, let's get into it. I was going to get into it before I even did my intro. I was that excited. But first, we are looking at the press release here. So thrilling new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth spotlights notorious video game antagonist. Square Enix today released a new trailer for its eagerly awaited RPG and the most anticipated game of 2024 is crowned by the Game Rewards, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The new trailer, entitled Destined For Rebirth, sets up the conflict with Queen Cloud and his companions, including Tifa, Aerith, and Barrett, and arch nemesis Sephiroth. The video debuts alongside several new screenshots and renders for in-game characters and locales. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is globally launching on the 29th of February, exclusive for the PlayStation 5 console. You can watch the trailer here. We've watched that. It was very, very good for a minute of footage. In addition to providing new details about the planet-spanning threat posed by Sephiroth, Destined For Rebirth showcases epic moments including the fight against the Terror of the Deep, as we know as Bottomswell, the Junon ceremony, and the Nibelheim incident, plus first-time glimpses at a newly imagined creatures and characters like the Midgardsormr. So it's not the Midgardsormr anymore, folks. Take that as you will. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Additionally, new assets and their corresponding descriptions are available, which we're going to be looking at, giving fans and newcomers a closer look at Junon, the Shinra-8 ship that ferries the party between Junon and the beachside town of Costa del Sol. New character renders showcase the wisecracking feline-shaped robot Cait Sith and his big movable steed, the Shinra-8 captain, Titov, and fan-favorite character Elena. Cait Sith and Yuffie's combat styles, including their synergy ability Moogle Pinwheel, are also explored. So let's go over to the blog post and look at this, man. It's just doing some kind of dance, and it's quite clear that we're getting a fortune told, because they did, I think the Japanese Final Fantasy VII account did this thing before New Year's of getting some kind of prediction done, and this is what the Cait Sith here does, the Moogle part does when doing that fortune telling experience. Also, we'll dive into it in a bit, but the not so golden saucer. So let's just go straight down here to regions of the world. The world of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is comprised of multiple regions. Each boasts unique environments for you to explore. Let's take a look at a couple now. Starboard Junon, and we can see, and we'll look at it in a bit more detail, the canon there, but an urban residential zone within the fortified metropolis overlooking the ocean, in addition to housing for Shinra personnel, high-end business boutiques, and restaurant lines in its streets. So it's going to be nice to explore that when we can. I assume that we can probably go back here after the whole ceremony like we did in OG, and it clearly states here that Rufus's ceremony is underway. We have the Shinra-8, which is rebranding of the cargo ship, should I say, not the shop. There's shops in this ship, but it is not the cargo shop. This is the Shinra-8 replacing the cargo ship, because if they redid the cargo ship, it could be quite a boring journey to and from Junon and Costa del Sol, and it kind of makes sense having it as a cruise ship, and it just gives it more life. And just another location in Rebirth here. A Shinra cruise ship that ferries travelers between the planet's eastern and western continents. After departing the port of Junon, it heads to the resort town of Costa del Sol. As part of the onboard entertainment, the ship plays host to the Queen Blood tournament. So this could be our reason to keep going back to the Shinra-8 because of the Queen's Blood tournament. Could we see the characters we've met along the way, starting off in Calm, end up here in the tournament? We will see. New characters, Cait Sith and Moogle. The gregarious cat fights from atop a sturdy Moogle mount, who provides both mobility and support during battle. And there he is again. When Cait's not duking it out. His high-tech helper aids him in hacking computer systems and telling fortunes. That's interesting. Hacking computer systems. We'll see what happens with that. New characters. Elena. Voice actor Piper Reese. Don't know where I was going with that, but we'll roll with it. Though she may be a rookie, she is skilled with her fists and a gun. As anyone else in the Turks unit of Shinra's General Affairs Division, and she looks the same but similar, but different than she did in the trailer where everyone said she looks like Tifa. So I'll be very interested to see if they have adapted that ever so slightly, but I like the look of Elena. She and her partner Rude are tasked with pursuing the black-robed figures, which she is more than happy to do if it means being aside a mission with Song. So we can see that that's going to be developing a relationship throughout the Turks in Rebirth. New characters, Captain Titov? Who knows? This is voice actor Jonathan Liphow. The captain of the Shinra-8 is responsible for overseeing safe passage for all who travel between Junon and Costa del Sol. He's earned a sterling reputation among his crew, thanks to his unerring devotion to his duties. The question is he a Queen's Blood player? We'll find out. This is most evident during the variation festivities held aboard his vessel, which he personally and passionately MCs. So maybe he is the voiceover for the Queen's Blood tournament, much like we had the voiceover for the Colosseum back in War Market. Combat! Next up, let's take a look at some of the new additions the party can do in battle. Now, again, we'll look at these images a little bit later in the video because there's a few things I want to point out. But basic attacks, Yuffie quickly strikes enemies with a large throwing star, the speed of which she allows you to charge the ATB faster than most. While throwing her star out, Yuffie can unleash magic-infused ninjutsu to punish foes. So her abilities, and this is quite a good one here, I really like it. Yuffie excels at chaining her attacks together and switching their elemental affinity. Her Doppelgänger ability allows her to attack in tandem with her clone, enabling her to exploit enemy weaknesses even more effectively. So Yuffie might be quite the powerhouse, especially getting elemental weaknesses on certain enemies, so she might be someone you want to consider taking on your team. And these symbols here look very similar to the trailer. Again, we'll go in. Why am I going through the pictures now? I'm doing it in a bit. But a unique ability, hurling her throwing star at enemies allow Yuffie to keep up the pressure from a distance. While her throwing star's out, she can also power foes with ninjutsu. Whatever element targets weak against Yuffie has a ninjutsu spell for it. So bear that in mind. So Cait Sith, basic attacks. Cait Sith darts about the battlefield with the agility of an acrobat, or perhaps an acrocat. When he wants to switch things up, he brings out his Moogle Pow, changing his attacks. So his abilities. These Cait Sith exclusive moves can hurt enemies or buff allies, but mostly rely on luck in some way. Let's ride. However, allows him to hop onto. I thought they were like saying, "Let's ride," but it's part of the sentence is his ability. But it allows him to hop onto his Moogle, enhancing his regular attacks and his unique abilities. His unique abilities, while riding his Moogle, Cait Sith can give enemies the boot with drop kick. Once his Moogle attack has filled the Moogle meter, he can also buff his companions with abilities like defense. So he is probably like our support mage in some way. So, you know, if you want some positive status elements, they'll be distributed at random. Then he's probably your guy. Synergy abilities are powerful attacks in which two characters team up to turn the tide of battle. More abilities will unlock as you increase the party level, a numerical expression of how closely knit your team is, and deepen the affinity between party members. Fill out the synergy gauge by using abilities, then unleash a synchronized assault. And we have the Moogle pinwheel here for Yuffie and Cait Sith. Again, Cait Sith just getting launched around like nobody's business. And that's pretty much the end of the blog there. But more importantly, we got some images. And there we go. Here are the images. And we're starting off, I'm going to make myself just a little bit smaller here. We are starting off with Cait Sith and the Gold Saucer. This is reminiscent of the original key art, and it is very high quality. We can have quite a good look around here. You can see all of the festivities and things they sell, like the ice cream with the Moogles and the Chocobos. in there. And then we've got like the little Cait Sith dolls here holding a dice. The fat chocobo, the tomberries, some presents. Oh, the gold saucer is going to be a treat. The gold saucer sundaes, by the looks of it, or sundaes, we're going to say, like the ice cream sundaes. But we can see very many things here. We've got the chocobo square, we've got the speed square, we've got the ghost square, we've got the event square, and yeah, square. This is a phenomenal piece of art here. Next is Yuffie. She is not standing in Wutai, she is on the mountains of an unknown mountain. There's a nice little forest there, nice little bits of grass there. But it looks like the same as this grass, so I don't know what I'm trying to get into here. But it's a real nice kind of flashback image again of what they've been doing with each character. And again, so high quality, we can zoom so much in and we can see the materia and just the vibe we're getting here is really nice. That would make a nice background. Next, we're looking at some of the images here, and I might move myself over here now. So this is her doppelganger attack, and I just kind of want to take down notes because I'm not really combat versed. I will hopefully become more combat versed after playing through Rebirth, but I'm more about the scene. We've got Junon here. You can see the high wind and this doppelganger attack. Oh, wow, it's going to be quite the attack to use. But I'm assuming that we've been to Junon and we've come back and we're doing some grinding. What this status element means, I think this is probably meaning that the doppelganger is up, maybe. But we'll see. We will see. Now this, I touched on it ever so slightly. This looks like the ninjutsu thing that she was doing in the trailer, and she's using it here. This is maybe the water element. We can see that it says just down here underneath me. I'll zoom in even more so you can see it. Ninjutsu is being used, so it's really nice. And we're next to one of those good old Remna Wave towers, and this one is the most interesting, not just because of the beautiful combat we've got going off here, but in the trailer video I touched on that, oh, everyone's freaking out because Cloud is not in the party, but it's quite simply we're at Corel, we need to drop the drawbridge. We can see in the background, we can actually see a drawbridge. Oops, I've gone back. We can actually see what seems to be a drawbridge up in the distance here. So the party may need to split up for the drawbridge sequence to be completed. I think that's all I really want to get from that one. Cloud ain't disappearing from the party anytime soon, guys. That's all I'm saying. Next is a nice picture of Yuffie. Very nice. This is looking like it's probably from the Gold Saucer Date. We have another battle, which seems to be Gongaga, and I think Gongaga is going to be a very, very vital place, as I mentioned. But we got Cait Sith using some abilities, some kick-ass abilities here. Probably his drop kick by the looks of it. And we can see he's in Moogle mode because of the little Moogle icon just here. Next image, Captain Titov or Titov. And he's got quite the exquisite sideburns and moustache. Maybe I should trim up and get myself a sailor's hat and manage the hold, as we see here. And MC the Queen's Blood tournaments, but it's nice to see new characters. Nibelheim Mountains here. Got all this like yellow splodge going off here. I don't know if that's like maybe a version of poison that they're using, but they're most definitely using. They're most definitely in the Nibelheim Mountains, and we can see Cloud here in the distance. Bless him. Is there anything we can notice up here? Not really. Not really. Okay, next image. The Shinra-8. And yeah, this is going to be quite the place to explore, which is nice that we've got quite a big space to explore. We'll see Barrett in one of these. We still don't know. I'm sure they will. But we've got a bench, of course. We've got a vending machine, and then the Magnata Automat machine as well, which we still truly don't know the purpose for. And then we've got someone here, maybe on the way to Costa del Sol, with some boxes. Don't know, maybe a quest giver. Who knows? Anything else? Just some nice cutouts of palm trees. Maybe we can get that photo mode out and get some good captures like we are at the beach before we actually get to the beach. Next is Elena, and again, kind of looks like what she did in the last trailer, but looks a little bit different, looks a bit tweaked. Maybe it's just the angle, but again, she's going to kick ass, and I'm interested, since they mentioned her wanting to impress and be with Song, how that actually ends up being, because we know what happens. They are at the beginning of Advent Children, right? They end up traveling together, so we'll see. Another one, This is probably just a different angle of the fight near that Remna Tower that we mentioned earlier. This looks like more in Corel area again. Cait Sith doing the splits in the air. There's a little crown. Yep, Aerith there, mid-attack. Forgot what that status element is. Is that Berserk? I don't know. Answers, please, in the comment section. Here is Starboard Junon. So we got the big cannon in the background, and it looks like it's more detached from the rest of Junon. So I'll be interested to see how the gas chamber scene works out here. But this cannon obviously goes all the way off screen, so maybe we can still run amongst the cannon. But this is during the ceremony, and we can see that we've got all sorts of soldiers here. And I'm going to assume that we're going to have like third and second and maybe some first class soldiers amongst the parade, maybe? I don't know. It would make sense if it's going to be a big Shinra outing. You want to bring out all the guns, right? Not just this one, but all the inventory, all the soldiers that you can offer. But I don't think there's anything else of note in this image in particular. This guy though, over here, just chilling. Did he see the man in the black cape go back? Who knows? Cait Sith. Probably we're going to use this for the thumbnail because it's such a kick-ass image, but we can see the Buggy in the background. This is probably shortly after we've got the Buggy, and maybe some questions that need to be asked. Maybe Barrett's asking Cait Sith about dying because all that stuff would have gone down by the time we got this Buggy. But we can see the not so golden saucer just behind me here. I assume this looks more gold at night, which is probably where it will get its name from. And it's nice to have this more, I don't know, steel feel to it. So we'll see how that pans out. Another battle image here with Cait Sith and Yuffie using their synergy ability by the looks of it. We've got some music going off here. So maybe a little song might play, maybe the Moogle song. Is that the Moogle song? I don't know, probably not. I'm sure you'll correct me, but not much else to pick apart in that image. And that is actually the last image. I have no more. We've gone through them all. So yes, that is I'm going to finish off there. Actually, I'm going to finish off with me. That is everything that we've gotten this week about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We've indulged it. We've had fun with it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel if you want to be notified of that content. Hit the notification bell. Get involved in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up button. Support the channel. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.